Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown. This is your Gyoji Jake, just giving you a quick disclaimer at the beginning of this. We're using the Road to Yokozuna Discord channel rules for this, but the rules changed between these two episodes, so there are some slight differences between the number of dice that are being rolled, but don't worry about that. That's not what's important. Anyways, here we go.
Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown,
the unofficial sumo podcast
for official sumo fans.
Welcome to Grand Sumo Breakdown. This is Ryan.
This is Jake.
This is Flerick.
This is Mac.
And this is the first and hopefully a very long series of Sumo Dungeons and Dragons, a.k.a. Dohyos and Deshis.
Ooh.
I
right?
like it.
It's still D&D, so we don't have to change anything about
That's perfect.
But as hopefully many of you know, there is a fun new Discord game out there called Road to Yokozuna. You can check that out on Discord. They have occasional posts on Reddit and stuff like that. They get around. But basically what happened here is somebody spent a lot more time than I think any of us were willing to put in to come up with a nice, fun, balanced way to, as is nerd tradition, allow the dice to tell you who is winning in whatever type of fight there is out there.
Thank goodness.
Clearly, it's
goodness.
the only fair way that a fight can ever be decided.
So look for that. It's a fun little side project you can do. It's like I said, it's a Discord server. They run a basho every couple months. Currently here in October, we're just wrapping up the second basho ever on that channel, and everything is going pretty swimmingly. I'm getting my butt kicked. Ryan is also getting his butt kicked. Flerick and Mac made the wise decision not to participate just yet, but
We're spectating.
Yeah, exactly. So what we decided to do to transition that into some sort of fun little cross-promoted audio format thing was we thought we would jump on the train of Dungeons and Dragons podcasting.
Dohyos and Deshis.
Dohyos and Deshis podcasting.
Indeed.
Probably the most so hot right now thing in podcasting, D&D. So I thought we should try and take a whack at it. So what we're going to do here is Ryan, Mac, and Flerick have each created a extremely detailed backstory.
Extremely.
Yes, they handed me notebooks full of backstory, just tremendous amounts of lone wolves sitting with hoods in the corner of taverns and stuff, drinking alone and all those standard D&D backstories. But I threw all of that out, and we decided we would do it instead.
You made me do all that work. Seriously, does this notebook not look like
I was working on this for 7 years before I even watched sumo.
Yes, but all three of you can't roleplay as Aragorn every single campaign that we do.
Dude, Gimli rules.
Anywho, I threw out all their notebooks, and we had
Lit them on
three
fire.
and lit them on fire to keep it warm because my house is in shambles after our neighborhood had some power difficulties this weekend.
Literally.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I mean, how could that be figuratively? I meant it literally.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So lightning struck somewhere nearby and fried my internet. So this is real cool Stone Age podcast recording that we're doing. We're powering this with a bicycle.
Flerick, keep pedaling.
Yeah, seriously, do
I'm
not
going.
slow down. Otherwise, we will lose all of this.
Gambarize.
But without further ado, we're going to get started here. I will have a bit of an intro, and then each of the three guys are going to go through some matches. We're going to talk through how the matches work, just so you get a feel of how this game goes, how you can participate in the Discord channel, and what kind of stuff you should have handy when you intend to start. So let's take a quick break, and then we'll get right into it.
Before we get diving into the D&D, just a heads up to everybody who's listening. We are the only 4 people in this house, and we have one extra dog than usual and nobody else to watch said dogs. And so, especially my dog, could go off like a freaking bomb at any moment due to the slightest disturbance
For
outside.
literally nothing, she will just start howling.
Yeah.
So in the spirit of Halloween season, we'll have a jump scare probably at some point in this episode.
Probably very likely. So apologize in advance for that, but it's probably coming.
It's probably coming.
All right, Jake, it's all yours.
All right, hit the music. I forgot to get music. It's day 13 of the January Basho in Tokyo. And It's not shocking yet. Don't worry.
That's Hatsu.
And since Yokozuna Kasai has already wrapped up the top division title, all eyes are now on the Makushita division. In what would be a first in as long as anyone can remember, the regulation matches of Makushita are sitting on the precipice of a 3-way playoff with 3 rikishi from the same stable. Ooh. The matchmaking has been irregular because wrestlers from this same stable cannot face off against one another in regulation, only in playoffs. All 3 men sit at 6-0 coming into today, and if they defeat their final opponent, the 3 of them will have some time to rest before a playoff on day 15.
God, I hope I'm one of those undefeated rikishi.
That would be pretty neat if it was you, wasn't it?
would.
As the contests near for these 3 rikishi, their coach, Akaguma, the Red Bear, watches with growing apprehension. In his day, Akaguma was a Dai Yokozuna with a dozen championships to his name. But now, more than ever, he struggled to watch his pupils put their bodies on the line to chase that same glory. In the world of sumo, retirement is mandatory at age 65, and Akaguma had precious little time left to impart his knowledge on the new generation. Is he
going to die?
He's dying right now, right there in the stands. This bosh. No, anyways, Akaguma had precious little time left to impart his knowledge on the new generation. He had raised several rikishi to the top division in his years as a coach, but none that could make it to the very top. He currently had only one Sekitori in his stable, Ishinoshin, currently ranked at Megashira 9. This new crop, though, despite still being Ishinoshin's Sukebitos, they could finally be the ones he'd been waiting for. Akaguma battled against painful coughing fits and his ever-aching back as he counted down through the Torikumi to the first of his youngsters' matches. The time had arrived for the first of the Red Bear's protégés to fight for a spot in the potential playoff. Kawa stretches one final time before making the daunting pilgrimage down the aisle to the dohyo. As he sits cross-legged next to the clay waiting for his turn, he reflects on how he got to this moment. Mac, tell us about Kawa.
In a small village, high in the mountains, an orphan named Kawa lived as a miner with his brothers and sister orphans. The people of the town had to supply the local government official with ore for the steel mills. Day in and day out, he swung a pickaxe and pushed a mine cart. His only solace was at night, when he emerged deep from the mines to gaze up at the stars. One such night, a meteor fell onto the orphanage. Kawa, seeing a need to finally put his skills to use, rushed to the crumbling orphanage using his speed and skill to heft, push, and pull debris from his dying brothers and sisters. The town hailed him as a hero, and he caught the eye of a former rikishi. He was sent off to the Heya with a piece of that meteor clutched in his hand.
I swear to God, if he gets magical powers.
I desperately want to watch this anime. Sorry, Matt, continue.
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
He has the meteor. It's good luck.
So the orphanage was on fire, right? Did he have
fire, crumbling, debris everywhere?
I hope he had oven mitts on us, just pushing stuff out of the way.
Hey, he's a miner. He's got leather for hands.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So after spending some time in sumo, Kawa has worked his way up to the Makushita division.
Does he keep the meteor in his mawashi as he wrestles?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Right there in his prison pocket. The Yobadashi calls out Kawa's name as he stands up to prepare for his match. Across the ring, a very distracted wrestler takes a moment to notice that his name has been called. A massive man, known for his no-nonsense grappling style and his happy and very hungry demeanor. The opponent for Kawa is Oguchi, the Big Mouth. They do their stretching and they step up to the dohyo and prepare for their match. So now I'm going to walk you guys through the process of doing Road to Yokozuna style combat. We start with Kawa deciding on what type of tachiai he wants to use. Normally this is these choices that you make. You send messages to the admins of the server, and they run the match in the background after you tell them what you want to do. But what we're going to do here is, since Mac is facing off against effectively a non-player character here,
an NPC for sure,
he is going to. Oh man, we should popularize that. That's a clever way to phrase it. He is just going to tell us what his choices are. He's going to tell us how he wants to do his tachiai, and then we will total up the stats and roll the dice to see who wins. So, Mac, you are a fairly slim, fairly quick wrestler. You're going up against Oguchi, who is a
not so slim, slightly big,
not so quick, but he is big. You're going to want to watch out for that and make your choices accordingly. But what type of tachiai would you like to go with between powerful, reserved, surprise, or lateral?
We going lateral.
We're going lateral. We're going to try for the Henka. The lateral charge is based on his footwork and his skill. So based on Kawa's footwork and skill stats, we're going to determine if he gets a bonus die against Oguchi's style of tachiai, which I'm going to keep secret until Mac is ready to roll and take care of this tachiai. So, as they step down and the Gyoji prepares them for the match, they suddenly spring to action. Oguchi powers straight ahead and falls perfectly victim to a well-placed dastardly Henka by Kawa. This allows Kawa 2 bonus dice because he picked the correct counter move to Oguchi's style of tachiai. Because Mac's skills, Kawa's skills for this particular style of tachiai are better than Oguchi's, he gets another bonus die. So he's actually rolling 3 dice more than his opponent is, and those are all bonus dice. So that's in addition to his base dice that are just based on his regular his regular attributes. So, Mac, I'd like you to roll 10 total D10s and tell me what the total is, and I'm going to roll 6 total D10s for Oguchi, and we're going to see who wins this tachiai. Read me your total whenever you're ready.
46.
46. So with this Henka, Oguchi manages to barely cling to the edge. He charged straight forwards. There was nothing there, but he was aware that this was a possibility. He spins around, but Oguchi is still on the defensive as he turns around and Kawa slams into him. So Kawa, you are able to either go for a pulling technique from here, or you are allowed to go for a grip from the rear. Which way would you like to go with this?
Pull technique.
Pull technique. So as Oguchi recovers, he charges forwards back at Kawa. Kawa immediately goes on the rear moving offense. I guess that's not really on the defensive. Poor way to phrase that. That leaves him with 3 techniques that he can choose from. Kawa, would you like to try for the Hitaki Komi, the Hikiotoshi, or the Tsukiotoshi?
The Tsukiotoshi.
You are going to go for the Tsukiotoshi. Based on your skills, you are going to get a bonus die. Based on your counter, you are getting bonus dice again.
Holy smokes.
You picked correctly, and you are going to roll a total of 11. Kawa gets another bonus die here because he is the fighter that is on offense. And his Tsukiotoshi move was the perfect choice to make against Oguchi doing the momentum stop move. Not really working out in Oguchi's favor here. Let's see. Give me your total of 11d6.
69.
Nice. Oguchi rolled a 31.
Ooh, not nice.
So,
Not so good.
Oguchi is flat on his tummy. Oguchi had no chance there. He managed to recover from that Henka barely, and you just immediately plopped him right down.
Now, if I recall the rules of sumo correctly, being on your belly is not a good, advantageous position for winning.
We're going to see how it turns out for him. Okay, but it's not looking good. As the Kyoji points his Goombay towards Kawa's side, the east side, the crowd erupts in cheers. How would you like to react to your victory?
I will calmly walk back to my place and wait for the bow.
It takes Oguchi a little while to get up, but he works his way over there and he gives you a scowl. You know this guy. This is very uncharacteristic for him. You may have made an enemy this day out of a normally very happy person.
I make sure I keep eye contact with him as I bow.
Very nice. Okay.
Purposely make this guy like Chiyomaru.
Oh, just to get at Mac?
Yeah.
No.
It's okay. It's all right.
There are only so many
I'm okay
archetypes
with
of
this.
sumo wrestlers. It just happened to be
I love you, Chiyomaru.
you just messed up NPC Chiyomaru. How do you feel?
Yeah, because when my match comes around, is it going to be facing off against Ryan's character is Hokuto Muji, and he stamps his feet down before
Completely different. Okay. Your wrestler's facing Hokuto Shmuji. It's a different wrestler.
Anyway, okay.
So you are now at 7-0, Kawa. Yes. You make your way back to the. Well, that was the first dog interruption. Not as bad as we thought.
Bubbles is snoring.
Yeah. That's probably going to get picked up on the mics.
She's having a puppy dream, actually.
Oh, that's adorable.
It's cute.
It is adorable.
All right, you make your way back to... Oh, God, that's hilarious. You make your way back to the dressing room. Next, Akaguma Oyakata's heart races as he watches the next match about to begin through the gaps in his clenched fingers. The Yobidashi begins singing the name of Kumanoyama, the Mountain of Bears. Ryan, who is Kumanoyama?
Kumanoyama is from the big city. He's from the Shinjuku district of Tokyo. Kumanoyama was always big for his age and was picked on when he was a young child. After enduring the taunting for a couple of years, he began fighting back midway through elementary school. He was easily able to knock down and intimidate any who dared taunt him due to his size, and he started to get a bit cocky. As he got older, he had developed quite a reputation, and no one made fun of him anymore. So he started seeking out the competitions on his own. One day, unfortunately, the victim he chose was the principal's son. Instead of punishing Kumanoyama, the principal decided to focus Kumanoyama's size and fighting ability and had him join the school sumo team. He was undefeated during his middle school and high school career and was a university champion. He was able to join professional sumo in the Makushita division as he received the Makushita Tsukedashi. In his first ever tournament, he went 6-1, losing his 7th match, costing him the Makushita Yusho. He now faces the same circumstances in his second ever basho.
Excellent. The opponent that stands up across the dohyo from Kumanoyama is Futaneko, the pair of cats. Named so because fighting him is like trying to wrangle a pair of cats.
It's impossible.
Good thing I have a mountain's worth of bears to wrangle him with.
Yeah, I feel like this should be no contest. They're just cats, right?
As long as you're not lying to me about what Kumanoyama means, I'm putting my trust completely in your hands.
Oh, man. Okay, well,
Fool.
let's find out how this goes. So, Kumanoyama, what type of tachiai would you like to go with? Powerful, reserved, surprise, or lateral?
Let's go with surprise.
You're going to go with the surprise tachiai. So this is like a vertical jump or something that not a straight henka, but definitely not charging straight ahead at your opponent. All right, so the surprise tachiai is based on power and footwork. This does give you a stat advantage over your opponent.
All right.
But not a counter bonus.
Yeah, I figured this guy was Chiyo Shoma, unless he also went for the surprise.
He did go for the surprise. Both guys kind of like jump around real funny and knock heads a little bit. Roll your 8d6 to see how well you do.
You mean D10?
Roll your 8d10 to see how well you do.
Oh no, 38.
38. Oh no. That means that you are now on the defensive, as Futaneko got the slightly better headbutt of the headbutts, and he moves to sneak around to the rear. The bag of cats is in the offensive position, so he is going to get a bonus from that. His options are either Okuri Dashi, Okuri Hikiotoshi, or Ikuri Nagi. The options for Kuronoyama to defend with are either the sidestep, the momentum stop, or the Makikai regrip. How would you like to try to defend against this rear grip that your opponent has?
Let's go with the Makekai.
With the Makikai technique, you land the counter this time.
All right.
So you get the 2 bonus dice for that. You do not get the skill bonus. Your opponent has the better skills for this particular attack. So your total is going to be 9d6s.
How about D10s?
I am not. I got a dungeon master more varied systems, I suppose. All right, so give me your total of your 9d10s, and let's see how this progresses.
52.
52. So with the Makikai, as your opponent goes for the Okuri Dashi, trying to push you out of the ring from behind, you spin around, you grab the belt, and you turn the tables. We got Kuronoyama back on offense. You can either go for the grip position, or you can sneak around to his rear.
All right, let me see. Let's go for the grip.
All right, so from the grip position,
Piper, get down.
we're going to have to take a dog time out here.
Piper is all up in Max Grill.
Seriously.
All right, and we're back for now.
And we're back with the magic of editing. Almost no time has passed at all. Your options, Kuronoyama, from the grip position are Yorikiri, Uwatenage, or Shitatenage. Your opponent is going to try to defend with either a Makikai of his own, doing the ballet across the Tawara, or with Tsupari to break you off of his belt.
Let's go with the Uwatenage.
The overarm throw. With this, you again get the counter bonus.
Aha!
This time, your skills are in favor. And you are on offense. So literally everything is in your favor. You're going to roll 11 d10s.
Let's do it.
Smokes.
Your opponent has nothing for this.
Unfortunately, with 2 more die, I rolled the exact same 52.
You got him, though.
All right.
As Futaneko works to try and blast Kuma no Yama off of his belt with some defensive Tsupari, it does not go very well. Kuma no Yama gives him the full all the way over flip and a half move with the Owatenage and trounces him. So laying flat on his back, the pair of cats is in disbelief. He had made it this far only to be trounced by the newbie who's barely earned anything that he's given. So he is very upset with it. He gets up and makes his way over to Bao. How does Kuronoyama react?
I give the Hokuto Fuji cocky walk back to my side of the dohyo after I beat Hakuho move.
This does not help your relationship with Futaneko. Spoilers.
Darn.
You follow your teammate back to the locker room, and the final Makushita match of today. We have a third Rikishi from the same stable. The twinges of pain in his back and knees yell to Akaguma to relax and shift his weight in his seat, but he cannot hear them. The old Oyakata can barely blink, let alone move, as his final deshi comes up to the clay. Fleric, sing us the song of your wrestler.
My wrestler's name is Go Niku. In a hole in the ground, there lived a sumo tori who really liked breakfast and not so much adventure. Well, wait. That might be something different.
This is a different book, I think.
Hang on. Different adventure.
My sumo tori grew up in a restaurant, I believe, where he ate lots of delicious food growing up.
What do you mean you believe?
Let's see. Rikishi.
I may or may not be trying to pad this out as I talk, because you guys have definitely wrote more paragraphs than I did.
They wrote a script. You and I, for the most part, kind of are winging it.
Yeah. So he grew up in a restaurant eating lots of delicious food, and he had a grandpa who just really loved sumo so much that he entered sumo at a young age. But Go Niku, true passion, was always in the kitchen and not so much the dohyo. But growing up, he kind of kept with it. He's kept doing it. And he got to the age where he graduated high school, and he had to decide what he wanted to do to go on, to either to run a restaurant or join the sumo ranks. And he decided that he liked the eating part of running a restaurant and not so much the other kind of bullshit that goes with it. So he decided to join the stable to kind of continue the lifestyle of doing some sumo and eating food at the same time.
Gotcha. We got another big boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Go Niku. Go means strong, manly, sturdy, I believe. And then Niku means meat, flesh, or body.
Gotcha. The manly meat.
Nice.
The manly meat. The manly meat. I love it. Across the dohyo from Go Niku stands Hinodama, the ball of fire. This guy's a dick. This guy has a bit of a reputation. He's he kind of goes up and down between Juryo and Makushita here. He is not a nice guy to wrestle against. Mm-hmm. He's not huge, but he makes up for that with veteran wiliness, and he is, like I said, he will pull out any advantage he can.
I think he's a Hakuho type.
He's actually pretty pissed off because just yesterday he lost a match that was ruled a hair pull.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He is not coming into this one happy.
He seems like a pretty cool guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, Go Niku. How would you like to approach this Tachi-ai? Again, we have powerful, reserved, surprise, and lateral.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with lateral.
You're going to go for the Henka as well.
I'm going to go with Henka. Oh,
what do you mean as well?
Henka.
Oh, no.
Kawa went Henka.
Yes.
You're the second of the three guys on the verge of becoming like these Makushita legends to go for the Henka to get into the playoff.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
that's just the trend in sumo nowadays.
It is.
It worked.
So Go Niku has been like in sumo for a long time growing up. So he kind of knows what this attitude, he thinks his opponent's going to do a Henka. So he's going to also Henka at the same time
potentially to the same direction and knock into each other anyways.
Potentially, but I'm a big boy, so if we henka into the same direction,
The Aoyama Henka.
Exactly what I was
work out.
thinking of.
Yeah, either you get the henka or they run into a massive man that and they fall over anyways.
exactly.
All right, you managed to correctly guess what the pissed off jerk is going to do. Brilliantly, henka, just filthy. He goes straight past you. Let's roll your D6, or God dang it, roll your 9 D10s to see how well this henka goes.
Is it written D6 in your script?
No, I don't have it written. I think I should write it.
You should.
I just have
Definitely.
dice.
All right, I'm going to step out real quick as Piper is whining for probably no reason.
Yeah, I can
Okie
hear it.
dokie. Dog time out. Number 2.
Oh, you guys can go. I don't need to.
What are your 9 D10s
Yes.
total to?
I came up with 45.
45. Hinodama actually had a pretty solid roll, so you only barely beat him, but you still did get it.
Yes.
So the henka allows you to move into the pole position or the rear position. How do you want to work this?
Let's take it to the rear position.
Okay, rear position. The Go Niku special. So allowing your opponent Hinodama to go flying past you, you see that he's not going all the way out, so you manage to grab onto that belt to make sure you stay in an advantageous position. This allows you 3 different techniques that you can try: the Okuri Dashi, the Okuri Hikiotoshi, or the Okuri Nage.
Let's go with Okuri Nage.
Okuri Nage, the throw from behind. Your opponent is going to attempt the sidestep maneuver, which means neither of you get a counter bonus.
Okay.
You do get a skill bonus. Your dice total 9 D10s. Let me know what your total is, and let's see how this goes.
A solid 47.
Solid 47. You manage to get behind him. You get the grip. You keep him moving forward out on his way out of the ring, and you manage to tip him over. He goes all the way down off of the dohyo, upside down, crunch into the floor on top of the Jurio wrestlers that are getting ready for their matches. This did not go well for Hinodama, the guy that came into this super pissed off,
I imagine not.
to get henka'd and then tossed over the edge from behind. Just a brutal maneuver. How are you going to react to this one?
I'm going to just kind of act distracted, like no big deal. I'm kind of waiting for lunchtime already.
Gotcha.
I want some dinner.
Yeah, you got
Whatever.
better things to do.
Like, I've been here before.
Gotcha. I like it. Even though you haven't.
Yeah.
But that's a good attitude. This win causes the crowd to go nuts, because this means we get a 3-way playoff between all 3 guys from Akaguma Baya.
You could kind of hear that in the background of the podcast. You could hear the crowd
It
getting
sounded
restless.
similar to a dog
Yeah.
being upset with us for sitting in one spot for too long. But that's definitely not what it was.
No.
As you make your way backstage, you barely make it to the dressing room before
Before Piper's tail
Before
whips
Piper's
the
tail.
table.
The whiplash tail.
There you go. Good.
So I swear we're professionals. This is professional podcasting, people.
I don't know. We've never actually made a penny off of it, so I don't know if that counts as professional.
Professional
Professional podcasting. Kawa, Kumanuyama, and Goniku barely make it back to the dressing room before Akaguma barges in with a giant grin and hobbles over to clap each of them on the back, much harder than necessary. Well done, my boys. You showed them what's what. I'm so proud of you. Now listen here. You have a day off before that playoff, and I don't want you out there partying, you hear? Grab your robes, get out there and help that darn senpai of yours. Can't have you getting too big for your britches just yet. Now go on, get.
I put down my cupcake and leave the dressing room.
You just turn your back and walk away?
No. I had to go to the dressing room to the dohyo
Oh, gotcha.
to go help out my stablemate.
Okay, good.
I
Akaguma
always-
does not get any more mad at you then.
He was right, though. I was ready to party with that cupcake.
Oh, yeah.
Party for
It's
one.
gonna be a party.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. You guys robe up and you head out there to make sure that Ishinoshin, or Heart of Stone.
So all 3
I
of
know.
us are his Tsukibitos?
He's the only Sekitori in the stable.
Okay.
And you guys are there to help him out. But all 3 of you going 7-0. Doesn't really matter what happens in the playoff. You guys are going to be Jurio next time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get your own Sukebitos to not punch and get kicked out of sumo.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, it would kind of fit my character.
It would kind of, yeah, that would totally gel. That's where we're going to wrap up the story for right now.
I plan on getting forced into retirement 2 episodes into this podcast.
Short-lived series. Then you roll a new character as like the somebody joining from another
I'll
state.
start playing
so-
Pair of Cats.
Hattori Sakuma.
Oh,
Now there's an idea.
yes.
An NPC that's also in our stable that has never won any matches.
I'm rooting for you guys.
Oh, no. Okay, well, if you enjoyed this, you should check out the Road to Yokozuna Discord channel and leave us some comments, see if this is something you'd be interested in listening to further adventures of Akaguma Beya.
And if it isn't, we're probably still going to make them.
We're probably still going to put them
Yeah,
out
say.
because you ain't the boss of us. We do this because it's fun.
Like we said, we're not professionals. You're not paying us. We do what we want.
Yeah.
Unless you want to pay us. We're not
But-
going to. I mean, come on. Are we going to shun that?
If somebody just starts sending us money in the mail, I'm not going to turn it away.
Exactly.
Good point.
So if you guys... Nah.
If you'd like to send us money,
Yes.
especially in order to continue our Dohyos and Deshis series, you can send it to somehow our social media accounts.
Yes, such as Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
And leaving us 5-star reviews on your favorite podcast listening service.
That's the one. You can check out GrandSumoBreakdown.com where we keep our fantasy and sumo power ranking series.
Or you can get a hold of us to complain if you want about the crappy D&Ding or maybe the interruptions. Hey, we don't care.
Actually,
drop us a line at
Don't
what?
do that. I was going to say, actually, don't do that.
Oh, yeah. There's a chance we read
Only
a chance
praise.
we won't. Anyway.
Only praise.
Drop us a line, GrandSumoBreakdown@gmail.com, or give us a call at 805-613-7866. That's 805-613-SUMO.
Make sure you use that voicemail. Leave all 16 digits of the credit card number with your donation amount, and we need that CSV code on the back, the 3-digit
Oh,
code
for
on
sure.
the back.
Very
Yes,
important.
Yes.
Yeah, and expiration date probably.
Name on the card, too. Welcome back to Dohyos and Deshis. This is Ryan, a.k.a. Kuma no Yama.
This is Go Niku,
This is Kawa, a.k.a. Mac.
a.k.a. Fleric.
There you go. I was about to say, you have to say your name there, Fleric.
You caught up. Yeah, so we and this is your Gyoji Jake, but we've joked in the past that sometimes our voices run together. So now that we're adding extra names for each of us, we
All
thought-
the easier to follow.
all the easier to follow, and we did it out of our normal order, and that just threw all 4 of us right off.
kind of did.
I was okay with it, really.
Well,
Shut
yeah,
up, Ryan.
I suppose you start, and you also are like,
The most obnoxious?
yeah, well, let's go with that.
Yeah, let's
That'll
do
work.
that. Let's
Hey,
do that.
yeah. No,
Brilliant.
that's better than what I had. But yeah, we're now going to do part 2, and due to the magical sorcery of sound editing, almost no time has passed for our listeners.
Yeah.
There you go.
The third dog that you might have been hearing in the previous section somehow transitioned into another smaller, different dog.
Despite the time difference,
Yeah.
we now have a different third dog that will also still potentially go off like
Yeah.
a bomb at any moment.
So far, so good, but just be warned once again, if there's another dog, don't be surprised.
That's Tundra. He's adorable.
Yes, I want to take him home.
Yeah, we're just dog sitting him for a little bit, and he likes to lick all the way up your ear canal into your brain in the middle of the night.
He's also probably only about 1.5 feet high, yet he was able to lick my face without me bending over at all because that dog got hops.
Yes, that dog's got legs.
He is a coiled spring with a tongue on the end of it. Anywho, as mentioned in the disclaimer at the very top of the episode, there were some slight rule changes between the 2 days that we recorded, but other than just like a couple differences in like the number of dice that we're rolling, it's all pretty much the same. If you go onto the Road to Yokozuna Discord channel that runs this game long term, there's links to rule books and things like that to clear up any confusion. I'm devastated because it means that I had to update the formulas in my spreadsheet slightly.
And you don't remember how they work at all.
Exactly. It had been like a week or so since I touched that spreadsheet. It's all like the brain part is gone. It's now just letters and numbers and parentheses within parentheses. I think I found an if statement with like 7 nests within it, and I don't know what that means.
Neither does anybody else listening to this podcast.
Well, yeah, I do.
Well, no, I mean, I don't know why I did it.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure. I know that it still functions and it gives me the right number of dice, so I'm happy.
But one day your computer might explode, so watch out for that.
Yeah, I think I should put up some sort of like blast wall here, just in case. But we are going to get right into part 2 here. We decided to release this all as one episode, partly due to that rule change and partly because it was kind of a short first episode anyway. So
It was a good intro. It was a good intro.
I know everyone was clamoring for more role playing from their favorite sumo podcasters. So here goes.
Not that kind of role playing. Calm down, everybody.
Well,
We can make it that kind of role playing.
I have
Ooh, get excited, everybody.
I have a long script, and we'll see where it goes.
We are
See
in
where it
Milwaukee's.
leads us.
I am Kawa.
We are in Milwaukee, so we're like partway there.
Yeah, but that's just normal for podcasting.
Oh, no. My name is Kumanoyama. I am a bear.
You're a mountain of bears.
You're a mountain of
I'm
bears.
a mountain of bears. But
That's
still.
very different. So to recap last time, we have three wrestlers: Ryan playing Kumanoyama, Fleric playing Go Niku, and Mac playing Kawa. All three are Makushita wrestlers under former Dai Yokozuna Akaguma Oyakata. And they all won their 7th match against some extras who you can promptly forget about. And they are moving on to a 3-way playoff. And that is where we start this episode. It is day 15 of the January tournament in Tokyo. And the snow lightly floating from the skies onto the Kokugikan.
Of what year? It really helps me get in character.
It is. I can't figure out a good joke for this.
2057.
2057.
Indeed.
Which works because sumo doesn't change at all. So.
Only part of the joke is in 50 years, I don't think there will be snow anymore.
Fair point.
Oh, yeah, could be.
Well, it depends. Like a nuclear winter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
As the ash lightly floats down from the skies.
We just transitioned to Fist of the North Star.
Yeah. No, a year isn't super important to the story, but I'm thinking we're in like the 70s, the 80s.
Yeah.
All right.
But it is day 15 of the January tournament of the 70s or 80s in Tokyo. And the snow, lightly floating from the skies onto the Kokugikan, melts immediately from the heat of battle. Like the wrestlers within it, the building is silent on the outside, but brimming with trepidation within. Other such beautiful metaphors can be yours if you sign up today for Grand Sumo Breakdown Prime. For the low monthly rate of $9.99, you'll get all sorts of podcast goodies into which your friendly hosts have put more adequate effort.
My ad block's not working, guys.
I don't know. This sounds interesting to me.
But more on that later. The time has finally come for the 3-way playoff in the Makushita division. In a method known as Tomoe-sen, the wrestlers will draw lots to see who will face off first. After that, the winner will immediately take on the third wrestler, and they will continue to rotate until one of them notches 2 consecutive wins. Akaguma Oyakata squirms in his seat, having run out of fingernails to bite. He has resorted to neurotically cracking his knobbly old mangled fingers and stretching his bad knee, bad wrist, and his bad spleen as he awaits his protege's ultimate clash. The lots have been drawn, and the first to face off will be Kumanoyama and Go Niku.
It's on. Oh, like Donkey Kong.
Oh, no. So you guys, you've had a day off to recover and probably spent a lot of time away from your normal stablemates because you got to train to face each other. How are you guys each approaching this match? In the meantime, please privately message me the techniques that you would like to use against each other, and we will determine how many dice everybody is going to roll.
To answer your question, I am approaching this match from the east.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay.
Did you just decide you were the East wrestler?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Seems legit.
So I have Ryan's stats here, and Fleric, I have everything locked in.
Let's go.
For the first one, we are going to roll Kumanoyama's Tachiai. Kumanoyama comes in powerfully, and he rolls a 25. Not a good one. Go Niku comes in powerfully, but has the stat advantage. So he rolls 1 die extra and crushes him by 25. Ouch. That is if the gap is more than 40, that's just the end of it, and you're just done. Real close here, about as close as we're going to get with wrestlers that are so evenly matched. But yeah, Go Niku, you got him. You guys clashed
buckled
heads,
beneath his epic girth.
but not quite enough to touch the ground.
Right.
Only enough to put you on the defensive. So, Go Niku, you are going to move into the pushing position per your message. I would like you guys to select what type of technique you want to use, and as such, I will determine the number of dice.
Crap, I closed my thing that I need to use to message you. That's probably not a good idea.
You're just stalling, trying to figure out a good plan.
Well, obviously, yeah.
And I'm sure all this silence will be expertly edited out.
Turns out you can't actually edit audio.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He's just been telling us this the whole entire time.
The more you know.
Goniku moves into the offensive pushing position, blasting his opponent Kumanoyama back. He goes for the Oshidashi technique, but Kumanoyama counters perfectly with defensive Tsupari.
No way.
Way. Believe it.
Way.
But how effective is it?
Goniku gets
Wait. Defensive Tsupari? Are you like stepping backwards while going?
You better believe it, buddy.
That is 100% literally exactly it.
We see Abi do it all the time.
So, first off, Goniku rolls 36 with his Oshidashi.
Take it.
Kumanoyama with the counter gets 3 dice more and beats him with 54.
Oh, snap.
That's right.
Oh, snap indeed. So that means that Kumanoyama is going to move into the offensive position. You get to pick which one.
Hold on. I'm looking to see what I can do. I'll transition into a pulling technique.
Okay, as Kumanoyama moves onto the offense, well, I guess everyone is still moving in the same direction since you're pulling. I would like Kumanoyama to send me an offensive technique, and Goniku send me a defensive technique that you are going to use to counter his pull.
Mac, what are you feeling as you watch these two brothers of yours really battle it out on the dohyo?
I feel gambare. I feel right. But I will do the best I can. Other than that, I'm just happy to be there.
Who do you want to face in the upcoming match?
You know, either would be a worthy opponent.
Very political. I like it.
Yes, I have to be quite political.
Of the three of you, Goniku and Kumanoyama have the most similar build out of any of the pairs. Both of you guys are pretty
Hefty?
Hefty, yes.
And I am not.
Well endowed in the belly.
In the appropriate
department.
areas.
Yes, in the appropriate and PG.
Depends on how steamy
PG
we want to
rated
make
areas.
this role play.
I was going to use the word girth, but that just makes it worse.
Yeah, that's a little bad.
Okay, Goniku, what are you thinking for defense? All right, it looks like neither man gets the counter, but both are fighting hard. Both of you are going to get 7 D6s to roll. We're going to roll the attacker first, Kumanoyama. Kumanoyama comes in with a Hataki Komi roll of 44.
Going for the slap down.
Pitiful.
Goniku tries the momentum stop with the same number of dice as neither of them has a counter. And he gets a 34.
You just transitioned to Chun-Li.
So, with that, Kumanoyama manages to, while moving backwards, just barely get the head and push it down. Goniku can't help but touch the ground.
Oh, so I lose.
You lose.
Yes.
Sorry,
I'm very
Goniku.
sad.
I'm very happy, but I'm not showing it on the outside.
Yeah.
You managed to contain yourself, Kumanoyama.
Yeah. My smile is still on my face, as it always is, and I bow my head and walk off.
Because no matter what, you still get Chanko at the end of the day.
that you're correct.
Delicious yummy
My job is
Chanko.
not yet done, and I will not smile ever because that is not a thing that my character does.
Gotcha. You're just an unhappy little man.
Yes.
Or gigantic man.
Gigantic man.
So as Goniku moves to take a seat again at the side of the ring, Kawa, it is now your turn. So, Kawa and Kumanoyama, I need a Tachi messaged to me, as well as what position you are going to work your way into if you succeed.
Set mine over to you. So, Goniku, how does it feel losing the first match, knowing that you might have a chance should Kawa pull off the upset?
You're on the dohyo. You should probably be prepared.
No,
for your
I'm a
match.
sideline reporter that totally exists as they interview people as they sit right next to the dohyo.
Well, I went out there with a lot of grit and determination, and I went out there. I tried my best, and I ate my best chanko. I think I did my brand of sumo. So I left everything on the dohyo.
All right. Kumanoyama and Kawa, teammates, brothers. The fists go down and they come flying out. Both of them actually not flying out very hard, as they both attempt reserve Tachi eyes, watching out for that potential Henka style. So, because he is on the east side for this one, we're going to do Kawa's roll first. Kawa has a very slight advantage in the stats, so he gets 7 D6s. 7d10s. Ah, gosh.
It continues.
It continues.
I'm not going to beat that.
And then with 6d10s, we get the comeback from Kumanoyama.
Nope.
And no, Kawa wins. Not quite as big. Wow, you're really crapping the Mawashi on your Tachi eyes here.
I 100% expected a Henka out of this guy.
I do not blame you. He kind of went for that almost Henka.
Hey, I've observed my opponent, and I know a little bit more what to do.
All right, so moving into the grip position, Kawa has Kumanoyama on his heels, reeling. Send me the techniques that you would like to attempt, and we will determine the dice. Kawa transitions his powerful grip into a Yorikiri attempt, meaning nobody gets a counter on this one. Kumanoyama has the edge in skills, but Kawa being on offense cancels that out. So both guys are coming in with 7d10s. Ooh. Let's roll Kawa first because he's on offense. 7d10s gives a total of 29. Not a great one. Let's see what happens. Kumanoyama's Maki Kai with the same number of dice comes out to 49.
Yeah.
There you go.
Transitioning again.
Another lost Tachi Eye transitioning into offense. So, Kumanoyama, why don't you tell us which position you'd like to move into?
Let's go to a rear position.
Into the rear position. So while you guys look up counters, I'll get our dice ready to go.
So it seems Kumanoyama not necessarily the best off the Tachi-Ai, but he's very skillful in countering his opponent's first moves.
Yes, he also likes talking himself up mid-match.
Yeah, nobody else is going to do it.
Gambare! Gambare!
Ooh, exciting. So, Kumanoyama, being on offense, goes for the Okuridashi. To counter, Kawa tries the Maki Kai, or grip change, which gives him the counter bonus. With stats and offensive bonuses, that totals out to 7 dice for Kumanoyama, and 10 dice for Kawa. Looks like we may have another reversal
I had
potential
the
here.
attacking advantage and the stats advantage.
No.
Okay.
You have the attacking advantage. Kawa has the stats advantage.
Okay.
All right, so being the attacker, we're going to roll Kumanoyama first, who has a total of 7 dice. I'm just going to start saying dice now. That works. A much better way for me to actually get my crap together. Kawa, being on defense, gets 10 dice. Can he beat 43? Yes, he can. Yeah. He gets 57. So we have another reversal. This is a heck of a match. So, Kawa, being that you succeeded on your Maki Kai, you may transition back to the grip position, or you can go for a rear position of your own.
Let's go to a rear position.
Gotcha. We're just spinning in circles.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. We're going Benny Hill style. So,
I love Benny Hill.
Send me your offensive technique, and Kumanoyama, if you could get me a defensive technique, I will reset the dice or whatever you do with them.
I'd like to yell out a good old Fighto from the sideline.
Subarashi!
Oh, yeah. All the old guys are just going, Subarashi! Those guys in brown vests or whatever, that club that always ends up filling up the first couple rows.
Yeah, the one for Osaka, I believe. Yeah.
I'm just imagining the entire stadium is just going batshit crazy right now.
For this Makushita playoff.
For this Makushita playoff, because it keeps changing around and around.
That's the one. Okay, we
changing my mind.
And they stop for like 5 seconds before they decide what to do next.
Okay. Don't tell me if I messed up.
All right, with Kawa around the rear now, he goes for the Okuridashi, which gives him the counter bonus against the guy who doesn't know how podcasting works and keeps hitting the table. Whoops. Kumanoyama goes for the sidestep. This is...
Not good.
Oh, no. So that means that Kawa has the counter bonus of 3 dice. He has the stats bonus of 1 die. And he has the offense bonus of 1 die.
Ooh, yeah.
So Kawa comes in with 11 dice.
I keep reading the damn thing wrong.
Kawa comes in with 11 dice. Not a great roll,
Not a great roll.
46. With 6 well, it's probably pretty much a done deal. But Kumanoyama only gets 6 dice, and he's going to get 30. That means that the match has ended. Kawa, winning by Okuridashi, manages to bring his opponent out of the ring. That means we rotate yet again. Go Niku, who had already moved on to thinking about his next meal, is forced to lumber his way back up to the dohyo. Why don't you guys send me your Tachi choices as the Gyoji gives you time to reset, recover, throw just a little bit of salt, maybe.
Definitely got to throw that salt.
Just a little bit of salt.
Can I roll for throwing some salt?
How about you roll? You do the things that you need to do first.
I need to know how my salt rolls.
Do your homework, damn it!
It's part of my ritual. I need to know how my salt throw goes. I got a 10. Average throw of salt. Okay.
So, Kumanoyama, how are you feeling at this time?
A little angry because in my quick reading of my opponent and the counter page, I misread the counter page.
Oh no!
And chose the opposite one of what I wanted. Because if I was reading it correctly,
then I would have gotten the counter.
I would have.
Yeah, I mean, still.
But no, I am. Steam is literally pouring off of my very angry set face, and I'm just giving an intense stare at Go Niku,
those
trying
emotions
to will
aren't
him
quite
into
as,
a victory.
those emotions aren't quite as hidden as they were before. So if you guys could also both send me what position you'd like to move into.
Oh, yes. Sorry about that.
I am going to get the dice ready. It looks like as the Gyoji yells at you to put your hands down, you both just kind of jump straight up in the air. Both guys go for the surprise Tachi. They land back on their feet and don't really know what to do. This has never happened this way before. Both guys are going to get 6 dice because nobody gets any advantages whatsoever here.
Love it.
Just because he won the last match, we're going to go Kawa first.
All right.
Kawa's going to get his 6 dice, total of 38 on his Tachi. And with 44, Go Niku barely gets the edge on him.
Yes.
Excellent move. So it looks like we're moving to the pushing position. So Fleric, if you can send me a pushing technique, and Mac, if you can send me a pushing defensive move. All right. After a moment of just kind of freaking out a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Suddenly, with some solid pushing techniques, Go Niku is the first to come to his senses. He moves in with the Tsukidashi, trying to use powerful Tsupari to blast his opponent out, which is the perfect counter to Kawa's attempt to go for a Maki Kai, with the stat advantage being equal and the offense advantage going to Go Niku. Fleric, you get 10 dice to max 6. Being on offense, we're gonna roll Go Niku first. Go Niku comes in with a solid 63.
I've got no chance.
Literally impossible.
Yeah, that is in 45.
Still decent.
Yeah, 45 was a great roll for the counter there.
4 9s and an 8.
Yeah.
With a 1 kicker.
With a 1 kicker.
And you still lost by almost 20.
Right. Whoops.
So-
Misread that one.
This has gone better than I could have possibly scripted it. All 3 of you have now gotten a win. And we are moving to the first of potentially infinite rematches.
Kumanoyama very quickly pops off of his seat and walks onto the dohyo.
He was effing ready for that.
He was so ready.
All right, so now as you guys move in and the Gyoji gives you a moment,
He
I'd like you
bumps
both.
into the shoulder of Kawa as they pass, because as Kumanoyama is too eager to get onto the dohyo.
As I step on your foot.
Oh man. So I would like both of you to send me a style of Tachi as well as the position you would like to move into. As the wrestlers spring up, they do not have a direct counter. We have a neutral Tachi as Kumanoyama comes in just full hoss, going straight forward with the powerful charge. Go Niku gets kind of the slap and the jump surprise Tachi, and they end up in a very close to neutral position, meaning both of you guys are going to Tachi with 6 dice. 6 dice. 10s.
6 dice.
10 sides, Jake.
No statistical advantage.
No statistical advantage.
The crowd is just losing their minds.
All right, Kumanoyama gets a 33. Go Niku gets the better of him with the Tachi again with a 46.
You've always been not doing great at your Tachi practice. You should really bring it up.
I need to step that up.
Go Niku. Are we transitioning to the pushing or the rear position?
Oh, that's a very good question. We are going to go. I saw your rear technique last match.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the pushing once again.
Okay.
All right, Go Niku in the pushing position. So send me an offensive technique if you would, Fleric, and then Ryan, send me your counter. And probably nail it again, because that's just how you work on Tachi Eyes.
Hold on. So we're doing push thrust?
That's it. Fleric, you sent me a defensive technique.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I'm still learning sumo.
He's only in Makushita. He's
Yeah.
just a boy.
I mean, he's at the top of Makushita.
he's just a boy.
At the very least, it's taken him 5 basho to get to this point.
Yeah. I just really wanted to do a Supari slap fest.
Well, we'll go with the offensive technique that is that move,
Okay.
which means that nobody gets a counter.
Ooh.
As both of you guys, it's total slap fest.
Yes. It's a Shohozan match.
Go Niku goes for the Tsukidashi, which I believe is what you meant to send to me. And on the defense, we got Kumano Yama doing also Slapfest. The skill bonus goes to the east side, Kumano Yama, but the offense bonus goes to Go Niku. So it cancels out again, and we are rolling the same number of dice.
This is quite the match.
All hail the mighty dice.
Quite the match. So on offense with 7 dice, we have Go Niku. And then on defense, also with 7. Ooh, 27. That's not so great. Let's see if Kumano Yama can beat it. 51. Wow. So, yes, you lose the Tachi Eye, and then you just brutally counter it.
All right.
So
got
from
some
that move,
pretty
you-
good slapping you got going on there.
Yeah.
That is
Slap,
some-
slap, slap, slap.
You've been in this exact situation before, but you can transition to push or pull from that move.
This time, let's move into the push.
Ooh.
All right, so from the pushing position, we are just switching which side's on offense, I guess is all we have to do. So let's get offense from Ryan, Kumano Yama, and some defense from Fleric, Go Niku. So the first to break the pattern of massive Tsupari was a mistake.
Wow.
So instead of continuing the Tsupari, Kumano Yama on offense goes for the Oshidashi, the push, rather than just the Slapfest, which means that he gets perfectly countered by more Tsupari from Go Niku. But the way that offense and stats work out in this one in particular, it is only an advantage of 2 dice in favor of Go Niku.
Has there been a smaller dice that has overcome the larger dice yet? I don't
Not
think
yet.
there has been.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how averages work. Okay.
Roll the damn dice.
Kumano Yama, you have 7 dice on offense for your Oshidashi.
I prefer being on defense. That's not a good roll, Jake.
29 is not a good roll.
All right, let's transition to the defense. Don't even roll it.
I mean, I want to just to see how bad it is. Oh, yep.
Oh.
Almost 20.
All right. That's outside, Mac.
Okay, I'm just
Mac
making
thought
sure-
the fire alarm
I
was
thought that
going
was the
off.
fire. I'm like, oh God, Panther's burning the house down.
It's right outside this door. You hear
Okay.
it.
Okay. Okay.
So, with your Tsupari, which I hope you keep moving with, you can transition to either pushing or pulling. Which position are we going to?
Oh, we're doing pushing, of course.
Obviously. Attaboy. So, pushing and thrusting, we just, again, switch which side's on offense. And now I need an offensive technique from Fleric that I can probably guess. And let's see what, Ryan, what you want to do for Kumano Yama on defense.
See, it's does Fleric want a meme or not?
That is the question.
The pull of the meme is strong.
I'm still in Makushita. I'm still learning my
He's still a
sumo.
boy.
He's got one thing working for him right now. So,
I'm not happy with my decision, and I'm probably going to live to regret it, but I've made my decision.
fair enough. You fucked up again.
We were supposed to meme Fleric.
Kumano Yama goes for the Tsupari Fest again. Fleric counters beautifully. Go Niku gets a Hazuoshi, which means that he's rolling 3 dice more. All right, as the attacker, Go Niku, let's roll your 10 dice. And it looks like not a great one, 43. Let's see if we can beat it with 7. No! We cannot.
Ooh.
Go Niku wins.
I'm sorry. I I saw that. I know we're going to go to dinner after this, and I just really, really want all the extra sushi.
The meme was not stronger than the tummy. So
It was good while it lasted, though.
Was it?
It was.
it was pretty great. Go Niku. You know what that means? You just won 2 matches in a row. In a Tomoe-sen 3-way playoff.
Did I win?
You are the Makushita Yusho winner.
Does that mean I'm the best of all the Makushito people?
You're the best around. We probably can't put that on here because we don't have the rights to that song yet.
Yet.
We
We're
do not have
working
the-
on it. We're starting a GoFundMe to get us the rights to the best around.
If you'd like to sign up for Grand Sumo Breakdown Prime. Oh man. Okay. So as you realize, as it dawns on you, as your Yusho win breaks through that mental wall of Chanko in the near future, how do you react?
I guess I react. I have a huge smile on my face. I bow, I guess normally as a sumo tori should, and then am I still on the dohyo right now?
Oh, if you like, is there anything you'd like to do before you walk back to the locker room with your teammates?
No, I don't have a Tsuki Deshi over Tsubito. I don't have a Tsukibito yet.
Tsukibito.
Okay. So
you're not beating your Tsukebito.
Oh God.
no, I was thinking of doing like an abi, like fist bump to my Tsukibito on the way back. No, I will look for as I walk back to the locker room. I just do everything on the dohyo how I'm supposed to with a huge smile on my face. But on my way back, I will look out see if the fan wants to give me like a high five or fist bump, and if so, I'm totally gonna go for that fist bump.
Nice. Yeah, there's a little kid who's like sitting right next to the ramp. Totally reaches down, gets a fist bump, and like some of the other wrestlers who are nearby are like, don't do that. But you don't care. You just won a Yusho.
You just won.
That's worth it. Dang right. You guys get back to the locker room, and your coach manages to hobble his decrepit, destroyed ancient body back to the locker room to meet you. Well done, all of you. Now listen, Go Niku got the Yusho this time, but I promise you fellas will forget about it once you get your first in the top division. Go Niku, grab your robe and get out there for Ishinoshin. Yeah.
Yes, Oyakata.
Yeah, what's our Oyakata's name, Go Niku?
Oh, obviously it's Aka no bear. Akaguma.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Akaguma, yeah.
Akaguma.
Akaguma Oyakata.
Akaguma Oyakata.
There you go.
I'm sorry for forgetting your name. I'm just
so flubber.
I'm
delirious with happiness.
Exactly.
It's great.
Akaguma Oyakata turns to you other guys, Kawa and Kumanoyama. Boys, not just anybody can pull 7 wins out of their ear in this division. You're going to be Sekitori now, and when you're with the big boys, there'll be a lot more losing than just in playoffs. Chin up. Let Go Niku take care of Ishinoshin. Let's grab a snack.
Woohoo! Wait, snack?
I regret my decisions.
I do not show the same exuberance as Mac,
Hey,
but I do follow.
Kawa's a happy guy.
All right, so that means Go Niku, as your comrades depart, you grab Ishinoshin's robe and some water, and you go to help him prepare for his match. He's 7-7 coming into today, and needs this win to get his Kachikoshi. He is currently at Megashira 9. You find him stretching in the hallway and approach.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. Where is everybody?
Oh, you guys wandered off for snacks.
No,
Okay,
We're
so
with
Mac
you,
and I have
We're
wandered
getting
off.
food.
Fleric is the Tsukebito.
Yes,
Okay.
he's the Tsukebito, and he won the match, so
He gets the honor.
I get
You
to-
get the honor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go do more work.
I nudge him and say, "Hey, did you see my match?"
Ishinoshin turns to you and goes, "Yes, it was very good. I have done my best. Yes. I have taken it one day at a time, and I am very happy to still have a chance to get a winning record.
Man, he's
Yes.
He's like
Please,
So cool.
Go Niku, please help
Hi.
me prepare with a rousing speech before my final match." Yes.
Oh, this couldn't have happened to a better Rikshi.
oh god. So life is like a bowl of chanko.
I know that phrase.
You never know what they're gonna come at you, but at the end of the day, just supari until they think you're gonna supari some more.
Don't Supari anymore!
And do the direct,
That's the secret.
do the direct counter. You grow up to be big and strong like me.
He's older than you. And 2 divisions higher than you.
Delirious with his
I'm sorry. I'm only used to giving pep talks to people lower rank than me. That's all I got.
He says, "Yes, I shall gambarize. This speech will determine how I handle this match."
I start to sweat a little bit.
Okay, as you guys you guys get back together and Ishinoshin's match is coming up. Ishinoshin's opponent, Yamizora, a.k.a. the Dark Sky, comes from your rival camp, Yaminoten Bea.
Those jerks.
Your coaches, Yaminoten and Akaguma, were both Yokozuna many years ago, and they were brutal rivals. Their matches were always the most anticipated and ruthlessly contested for many years. Yaminoten got the last laugh, however, as an injury he inflicted on Akaguma was what finally ended your coach's career. Unsurprisingly, they've carried their fierce rivalry into their training careers. A day 15 match between Yamizora and Ishinoshin, especially with both at 7-7, is sure to be very tense. The Gyoji turns to face the camera side of the dohyo, indicating time is up for the wrestlers to prepare. Yamizora and Ishinoshin glare one final time. Hate and rage behind the eyes of Yamizora, and a kind of boring, complacent dignity behind Ishinoshin's.
He's the perfect Rikshi.
Yeah, spoilers. This guy is all the stereotypes.
No.
I know, shocking. Heart of stone, the boring, yes, I will gambarize guy. But he's your senpai, so don't laugh at him.
Oh, no.
You jerks.
I laugh at everything. Kawa.
They go down. All four fists touch clay, and they spring up. Yamizora starts with a hard slap to the face and slips to the side after the initial clash. But Ishinoshin is wise to it. He refrains from overcommitting and turns in a flash to go after Yamizora's belt. Yamizora is quick and uses his Tsupari thrusting, just like before. He learned that from you guys, to keep Ishinoshin from getting too close.
Does the other guy do Tsupari against him too?
No. Damn it! They circle the dohyo with Ishinoshin in hot pursuit, but Yamizora runs out of room and his mawashi is grabbed. Ishinoshin wrenches him in close and starts working him to the Tawara. They balance at the tipping point for agonizing seconds, when suddenly Ishinoshin cries out and stumbles. Yamizora wastes no time and kicks at Ishinoshin's leg, hurling him off balance. The heavy chop to the face and slap down at this point is academic, and Yamizora stands over his foe in triumph. Ishinoshin struggles to his feet and bows dutifully. Yamizora sneers and grabs the prize money without breaking eye contact. As Goniku helps Ishinoshin back to the locker room, the rest of the Heiau watches the replay on the backstage TVs. In the slow motion, it's clear that Yamizora was able to break Ishinoshin's grip with a dastardly thumb to the eye on the opposite side of the fight from the Gyoji. It looks like the ringside Shimpan didn't see it either, as no Manoi is called. The TV announcers are breaking it down and getting alternate angles, but the result is clear. Yamizora got away with a blatant foul. But hey, that's sumo, the commentators say.
No.
Kawa didn't like that. Pops up and rushes the dohyo.
Kawa, man.
He's got a chair. Oh, man. Okay.
He's got a pillow.
I got my mat.
It's not as effective as in WWE, but it's what we got. All right,
My God, he's got a Gyoji.
Kawa, man.
Oh, man. It only took an episode and a half before the WWE jokes got in here, and it won't be the last time.
I was about to say, like, you expect this to be the only time?
All right, Goniku, you regroup with your coach and stablemates as Ishinoshin heads for the showers. You wander, depressed, in the many back hallways of the arena with your coach in frustration, looking for somewhere that hasn't yet run out of food. When you turn a corner and are suddenly face to face with what appears to be the sumo equivalent of a biker gang. All in robes of black with the unmistakable chonmage haircuts of Sekitori, you see three nigh-identical wrestlers glaring daggers at you. They're huge and imposing, but they're far from the most intimidating part of this posse. Towering over even these men is the awe-inspiring figure of Yaminoten, the Heavens of Darkness, the man who put an end to the wrestling career of your coach Akaguma all those years ago. Despite his age, Yaminoten's physique is still something to behold. Impossibly tall, quite thin for a sumotori, and his cold, serious eyes are as paralyzing as ever. He could not be more different from your plump and jovial Akaguma Oyakata. In a voice as icy as his stare, Yaminoten is the first to break the uncomfortable silence. Well, Red Bear, still raising cubs? I really do have to congratulate you. Winning a Makushita Yusho really is an accomplishment for Akaguma Beya, yes? Well, I can say I'm proud of my boys for fighting hard and fighting fair. Your Yamizora learned that eyeball technique from his coach, or what?
I giggled. I go,
How quaint. The bear cubs are clutching their pearls about kindness while better men win matches. Tell me, bear cubs, what makes you think you can do any better against my elite fighters? He motions to the three wrestlers before you. You recognize them as the three Yamis, a set of triplets from an old sumo family that were recruited as a group by Yami Noten.
Yami, yami, yami?
Oh, everybody in this stable? Yami Noten's that kind of guy. He makes everybody take part of his name. They all start with Yami.
Of course.
Also, it makes him easier to remember who's in what stable.
Which Yami are you?
As Juryo regulars, they are regarded as a wall that must be climbed by anyone daring to enter the salaried ranks, and are blatant foreshadowing to the next basho. Yami Noten turns to each of the three of you. Well, cubs? Anyone care to speak up?
The river flows and will move past these rocks.
Who speaks like that, Kawa?
I do. When I'm in my calm state.
You guys are mean.
I've only loved one man in my life, and that's Akaguma. You don't talk bad about Akaguma.
The tiniest hint of a smile touches Yomi Noten's pursed lips. Amusing, he notes, and with a snap of his fingers, the three Yamis snap to attention, and the group marches off in lockstep. Come on, boys, we can't let those devils get in our heads. You're Sekitori now. We have some partying to do.
Yes. The river is joyful along the rapids.
Yeah, cut that out, kid.
Okay, fine. Did you like it, though? Was it good?
You're not one of those dang fortune cookies.
Oh, I know. I've just seen what they do.
That's where we're going to call it quits for now. Next time we come around, we'll handle what happens in between the bashos. There's actually a lot that goes on when guys get promoted to Juryo for the first time. Becoming a Sekitori and entering those salaried ranks has a lot of responsibilities. But luckily, there is no there's no Jungyo in February. There's no regional tour, so you guys have all the time in the world to get a little bit of partying in, get your new obligations done, and then still get some training so that you can kick their butts in March.
Get my drank on.
Get your drank on. Got to put on more pounds.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Cool. So that's where we're going to call it here. Should we do our normal podcast closing spiel?
Yeah, might as well. So if you enjoyed listening to Dohyos and Deshis, feel free to leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or your favorite podcast listening service.
Do I get to be called Yokozuna Goniku?
No, you're not Yokozuna.
Do I have a special title, or is it Yusho
Your
winner?
Makushita Yusho winner, Go Niku.
Yeah. Could someone okay, that sounds pretty good. Could someone else give me a couple
Perhaps
of those?
one of the guys that you beat?
Yeah, we both lost to a Mac, so we'll both give it to
right.
him. Congratulations to Makushita winner Goniku.
Yes, indeed. Congratulations, Makushita winner, Goniku.
It always sounds great.
I'll cut those sound bites out and send them to you for you.
That would be good. If you can send me a 10-hour
But wait,
long
Jake,
version.
you said you can't edit audio.
Anyway.
I've moved on from that joke.
Right.
That joke's already gotten stale.
Flerick, continue with our usual closing.
Yes. If you can find us on social media, on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, follow us at Grand Sumo Breakdown.
GrandSumoBreakdown.com is our blog where we post all these episodes, including fantasy and sumo power rankings.
If you have any questions, comments, or corrections, or just want to reach out for us, we're lonely. Drop us a line at grandsumobreakdown@gmail.com or give us a call at 805-613-7866. That's 805-613-SUMO.
So until the partying between the Haru and the Hatsu Basho begins for these three Makushita Rikshi, we will see you next time.
It's party time.
Thank you for listening to Grand Sumo Breakdown.
Until next time.
Throw your salt high.
And keep moving forward.